Hey guys, and welcome to a new by design. I'm going to be doing a guide here today on Shadow of Mordor mission, the Great White Graug. The Great White Graug is a relatively difficult mission. It's going to be one of the very few actual boss fights that you have to do in this game itself. Like most of them are more, I don't want to call them boss fights, more just enemy fights. And the first part you have to do here, the first goal of the mission here is like you see there, mount a Caragor. So now that we've mounted our Caragor, now we're just going to go ahead and almost head out of the area because I didn't wait for the Dwarven Hunter here. So you have to wait for him. Once you mount it, go up to him. And then you got to wait for him to go through. Now that we've done that, I'm just going to speed up this gameplay here because basically it's a decently long walk to actually get to where the mission starts, which is in the Great White Graug's cave here, or the legendary Graug, whatever you want to call him. So we're going to speed up the gameplay here just a little bit while we mosey along here, because, again, I don't know why it's so slow. Like, it has him basically going very, very slow walking speed. I guess it's because he's telling you basically the story of why he's hunting this Great White Graug and how he owes it from his past and all that kind of stuff, which is very exciting. And you guys will hear that story, which actually is a pretty good storyline. So here, now you can see we're just about to start the fight with a legendary Graug. The first thing I recommend you guys do is run away. And that's pretty awesome that it's said like that, but yeah, that's actually what you have to do, is run away. So you can see right there, he's going to make his, it's going to tell you right here. So when you need to do the Graug stun is you can see he just roared. When he roars like that, that means he's about to do a charge. So what I would recommend you guys do is not what I did, which was basically, as soon as I could, shoot him in the head. Wait for him to do that roar. Again, you can see it right there. He let a little bit of saliva out of his mouth while he made that roar. And again, I want to point out too, you can see I just took that charge because I didn't have any focus and I did not save my focus. So you can see again, he just did that roar and now he's going to charge. And you need to stun him by shooting him in the face. And that's basically so that he is running, and while he's running, he can't see where he's going. He ends up running into a wall. Then you approach him, and you press R1 to do the damage. So like I said, there's not a huge amount of difficulty to this mission itself. What you want to make sure that you do is you want to definitely kill all these ghouls as fast as you can, because there's only a limited number of ghouls that spawn. I never did count how many there are because they do happen very quickly, but they only take one swipe to kill, and he basically regenerates his health while he's eating them. So you want to prevent him from doing that. What you can do to prevent him from doing that is while they're in his hand or going up to his mouth, you can shoot him in the face or head area, sometimes even in the upper back. Like here you can see I shot him in the upper back, and it actually stunned him and preventing him from eating the ghoul. So that's a couple of ways to do it. Alternatively, if you have a lot of focus, you can also shoot the ghouls just before he grabs them. But definitely the easiest way is to build up your strike counter and basically do the AoE attack that kills them on the ground. And the reason for that is because then you basically kill all of them before he can eat them. You can see here he's only managed to eat a couple. I think this is one of the first ones that he actually manages to eat, and you can see that it ends up recharging his health, but that's because I ran out of elf shot and I wasn't actually able to do the damage here. So what I should have done was went and grabbed those more arrows there, because there is a lot of arrows there, and you can see right now he's about to do another charge here. So we're going to try to pop him in the head, and it was just a little bit too early there actually. So you can see here again, you can do damage. It's very slow damage. You're better off to just wait and save your elf shot for when he's actually charging, and that's what I recommend you guys do. You can see right now he is just about to do another charge, and you can tell that by the fact that he, well, for one, it just paused me and said that he was going to do a charge, so it was pretty much pretty self-explanatory there actually. And you could see that I had no elf charge at the time, or elf shots at the time, so you could see what I had to do was actually go collect them. And you can see right now I actually did have some focus. I could have paused him and probably made that shot, but rather than risk it and blow all the focus before I actually needed to, I figured I would wait. Now you can see he's clearly made his roar and he's about to charge. Now he's roaring, and now we're going to take that shot right to his head here, and not the best shooting that I've ever done in my life, but that's alright. That's what happens sometimes. Now that he's stunned and he ran into the wall, now you're going to run up to him again, press R1 to do that attack, and it's a very God of War style fight. And I think all these boss fights actually are kind of God of War style. Like you press a button. After you press the button, you basically go into a mini cutscene damage thing, which is exactly like what the God of War fights are like. And I'm not at all knocking this game for that. I In fact, God of War is one of my favorite games of all time. Absolutely love God of War. If they ever release another one, I will be buying it instantly. I definitely had a ton of fun with that game playing it on the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 2 as well. But anyways, we're going to get back to this fight here. You can see that right now what I'm trying to do is prevent him right now from taking that ghoul and eating him. But unfortunately, I was a little bit late. So you can see I'm just making basically mad swipes at these ghouls, trying to get rid of them while I can to prevent him from eating him and recharging his health. You can see here I've got almost enough focus maybe to be able to get this shot in and prevent him from actually doing the charge. And I barely managed to, but I did manage to. You can see he managed to grab another one of them. And we're just going to stun him again before he gets a chance to eat it. What I would recommend of you guys, because you can see right there, he just did charge his health a little bit. What I would recommend to you guys is rather than trying to do it from this distance, just because it is really difficult to do, what you should do is run up right beside him and pretty much try to go ahead and beat those ghouls. You can see I did not make the challenge this time. He actually was able to eat some ghouls and recharge it. So basically, either I could make the fight really long, or I could just go ahead, lick my wounds, and move on. And I think that's what we're going to do. Minimum, you're going to have to actually get 3 rounds of ghouls before you can actually beat them, and that's probably why they have the bonus set to beat basically 3 of them shoot 3 of them out of his hand without dying and all that kind of stuff. So while he's about to eat them, you shoot them out of his hand, and you can see I managed to get 1 there in the last round, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get it here right now. And you can see we've got more ghouls spawning, and the Graug is almost dead, so we want to have him charge a minimum amount of times, and to do that we're going to kill these ghouls as fast as we can, which is not too bad actually. We just killed off 4 of them there, which is not too bad. You can see they're actually shooting spit acid at him, but I don't think it's actually doing really any damage from him at all there. So you can see we're going to keep on going through here. He had a ghoul in his hand again, and we managed to shoot his hand just before he did that. So like I said, I'm not too concerned about missing this bonus objective, but if I can hit it, I will try to hit it, just because anytime you can get a bonus for doing what you're already doing, then that's not a bad thing at all. So we're going to keep on going through here. Hopefully he has one in his hand right now as we take this shot. It doesn't look like he did, and I don't really want to give him a chance to recharge and then have to make this fight super long. And you can see I just took a poison acid shot there myself, and I am going to fall just shy of getting that one, which is really unfortunate. That was pretty close. I just missed him to get that bonus, and oh well, what can you do, right? So we're going to wait for him to charge here. Now that he is about to charge, now we're going to shoot him in the head, and that's not going to work. I waited just a little bit too long and blew all my focus before I was actually able to do it. You can see right now I have 2 shots left, so maybe we'll try to get one here while he's doing that, and it's not going to happen, so I think I'll probably have to go run away and get some more elf shot and make this fight finish up. So now we've collected our elf shot here. Now we're a fair amount of ways away from him here as well, and he just did his charge. We've got full elf shot and some focus, so now we're going to go ahead and do the damage to him, and for whatever reason, I guess he must have hit that corner just because of the way I did it, so we're actually not going to make it to him. We're going to have to do it again. So now I'm going to run the long distance again here to make sure that there's nothing else that he can hit this time. You can see again, he just did his roar again. We have lots of focus, lots of elf shot. Now I'm just going to run out of the way here, or just barely get stuck. And that's unfortunate that that's what happened. Fortunately, I had a health upgrade that ended up making me live through that, because you can see that I'm very low on health. And now this is again a very God of War style kill to this boss. You get a pretty cool looking cutscene, and it's like, I think that chain is like directly out of God of War. I can't remember which fight that is, but I remember one of his chain blades going into the boss's head, and he jumps off in the same manner that the dwarf did there. So I think that's like right out of God of War. I can't remember exactly which fight it was, but it's pretty cool. Anyways, it's not a knock at the game. I'm having a blast with this game, and that's all there is to this mission, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video or found it useful at all, please click the like button. It helps me an awful lot when you do. Also, if you guys have a moment, if you can click that bright yellow subscribe button in the center here, that'll notify you every time I publish another video. Thanks for watching.